Y'all, all of this stuff is just totally unbelievable to me. But thank you for coming back to my channel for your stimulus check and stimulus package update. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave your thumbs up and please leave your comments. Thank you all so much for all the support that you give me on this channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Someone commented in yesterday's video that I don't smile enough. They've never seen me smile. Y'all, have you ever thought about this? We all know how President Joe Biden has lied to the people over and over again. And I'm not just picking on Lying Joe. I'm also picking on Lying Trump and every other president before them. They all do it. They're all liars. But Joe Biden lied to get in the office. He lied on several occasions. And I know a lot of people are wanting him out of office now. But I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. Because with his health, he is a one-term president. He will not be able to run again on kind of his health. Most of the time, he don't even know his own name. He has to stumble over his words. And of course, he stumbles over his feet too. But what if he didn't finish this first term? And most people are thinking now that maybe he won't. Have you ever thought about what's going to happen? If he don't finish this term that he's in right now, Kamala Harris will be your president. Is that what you want? It's not what I want. A lot of people are thinking that Trump will come back in and take over. He will not do that. He was voted out of office. He cannot come back in and take over. If he could, that means you or I could also do it. We could just walk in and take over. Donald Trump is just a common citizen, just like you and me now. He cannot take over the presidency. So I want the people that thinks Donald Trump is coming back into office, get that out of your head. You're living in a fantasy world. That will not happen. He has to be voted back in by the people. And I simply don't think that will happen either. Y'all, I hate to sound like this, but would somebody please in the comments remind me how America is the best country in the world? President Joe Biden promised to forgive $10,000 of all student loans. He promised this on several occasions before he took office. He said that is job one. He said it will happen immediately. Did it happen? Has it happened yet? Well, Joe Biden wants to forgive $10,000. Warren wants $50,000. President Biden has sent it to someone else, I forgot who that person is, to see if it can be done. Well, I'm sorry, Joe. Before you promised that, you should have seen if it could be done. You know, that's a big thing that gets everybody in an uptight state. All of these politicians, they promise all this stuff. They say all this stuff before they find out if it can actually happen. They get people worked up over this stuff. They get people's hopes up. They get people depending on these things to happen because they've been told they will happen. But in fact, they can't happen. I think these politicians ought to keep their damn mouth shut until they find out if it can in fact happen. Y'all know how I feel about the forgiveness of student loans. I don't think they should forgive student loans. These students made these bills. They need to pay them. Just like I made my car payment, my car loan. I got to pay that. Just like I've decided to live in this house, I've got to pay for it. Well, they made that student loan. They need to pay for it. I'm not saying they need to pay for it right now because times are tough right now. But a year after this pandemic is over, give them forbearance until then. That will give them time to get back on their feet and start making their payments. And it wouldn't hurt to forgive the interest on these loans. Let them be interest-free loans. 22 states has now said they will stop sending out unemployment boost. Some people are saying that these states can't stop it. Yes, they can. If you remember right, when they started this, states had to sign on to say, yes, we will do this. It wasn't forced from the feds to the states. The feds made the money available, and it was up to the states to sign on. A few states came on every few days. Now, for them to stop it, they can stop. They just say, okay, feds, we don't want your money no more. That's all they got to do. It was mandated by President Biden, true enough, that this money would be sent out to these states. He didn't say the states had to keep participating. So yes, these states can, in fact, stop sending out the unemployment boost. 4 states are saying that they will start a sign-on bonus when you take a job. These sign-on bonuses will be between $500 and $2,000. This will be far much cheaper on the American taxpayers if they do it this way. And it will also give people the incentive to go back to work because they got the possibility of having $2,000 in their pocket at one time. A lot of people will go for that. They say they will use this federal money that was meant to be for boost for this program. It's still being used for the same thing to pay these unemployment people. But they say that unemployment weekly check is preventing people from going back to work because they can make more money sitting on their butts than they can going back to work. They use the excuse that they can't find jobs. Jobs are everywhere. You just have to take one. It may not be what you want, but in fact, it will be a job to pay your bills. You will be making your own way in this world. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be sitting back taking handouts when you're able to work. Don't be lazy, y'all. The mortgage assistance program will start soon. This money in this program can be used for property tax, utilities, neighborhood association fees, and insurance. And of course, it can be used for your mortgage payment. The Build Back Better plan is being negotiated as we talk. But the Democrats say if they don't make good progress by the end of the month, that they will proceed without the Republicans. They say they will pass all of this through Reconciliation Act. And that's good and bad because they're using up one of the reconciliations. They only got 2 until September, which I think is plenty. But the good thing is maybe they'll put in a stimulus check, reoccurring checks, a boost for Social Security, a raise for Social Security. We can only hope. But now if they don't add these things in, it's time for the Democrat Party to go because they have been given the green light to do so. Y'all, they say if good progress is not made by the end of the month, my only question is, who will be determining if they've made good progress or not. I think all of this is just more hot air being blown out of Washington. I don't think nothing will come of this, because they say if they make good progress. Well, who's to say it was good progress or not? Y'all, I just can't believe all of this stuff is happening in the good old United States. And the people don't have any recourse. We just have to sit back and take whatever they're given. But all of that's going to change in the midterm elections when we vote their sorry asses out of office. Y'all, I just can't believe that this is the same America that I lived in as a kid. I want to go back to a more innocent time before our government started screwing us. Or maybe it's before I started realizing how our government's screwing us. They probably screwed us all along, and I was too young to realize it. But I want to go back to that time. Y'all, I love you all. Please sound off in my comments what you think about all of this garbage. To me, it's totally unbelievable that this would be happening in the best country in the world. I still hope and pray we have the best country in the world, but I do know we have the worst government in the world. Sound off in my comments. Please get it off your chest. Let me know exactly how you feel about all of this garbage. Act as if you're talking to your lawmakers. Maybe they will hear it. Maybe it will do some good. We don't know. But we can't just sit back any longer and just take whatever they're giving us. We got to act, and act now. Y'all, keep your faith in Jesus Christ. He will get us through all of this. I think He's already provided a way. We just hadn't realized what it is yet. But we will in time, in His time. I love you all. Until next time, I love you all. Ciao.